everybody. David Justice, two-time World Series champion here, and I want to welcome you back to Tuesday's Tips. Hey, today we're going to talk about base running, the importance of base running. This is something that a lot of teams don't focus on, but you will notice that all of the really good teams do a great job of base running. So what are we talking about here? Let's talk about from the start, from home plate. Every ball that's hit on the ground, even in the infield, and I know it could be a routine ground ball to second base or to a shortstop, you want to run as if you're going to be safe every single time. Now here's what it does. Once a team sees that you're the type of player who will hustle down that line every single time, it puts a lot of pressure on that infielder to field the ball cleanly and make a good throw. When they know you don't hustle down the line, you make it so easy for the infielders. They don't feel any stress. You want to put as much stress and pressure on the defense as possible when you're running the bases. So say we get on first base, all right? First thing we want to do, we got to check the outfielders. We got to see where they're playing, okay? Because once the ball is hit, we want to make a move at that point in time that's going to potentially either score us or at least get us to third base if it's a base hit. If you haven't checked your outfielders and you don't know where they're playing, then you have to spend that second looking to find them. So let's take that second away. Let's find out where our outfielders are. Now, once we find out where the outfielders are, we have to know who in the outfield has a good arm, okay? Because if there's a guy out there who's got a really good arm, it's a good chance we're not going to test him if he's proven to be able to throw guys out, with his strong arm. But if it's a guy who really doesn't have a good arm, then that's the guy we want to put pressure on, all right? And anytime a ball, let's say you're on first base and a ball is hit into the right center field gap, if you see that the center fielder looks like he's going to make that play in right center field, then you should be thinking about going to third base, because now he has to spin, because all of his momentum is going away from the play. He's going to spin and the ball back to the infield. I think you should always try, if you want to be aggressive on the base paths, that's one of the times you want to be aggressive, is when you see that the center fielder is running into right center field and he's going to be the one that gets the ball. Ideally on defense, the right fielder should be the one taking that ball, because he's going to be moving better in line with third base and the direction in which the throw needs to be made. So let's take it on the other side. If this ball, if you're on first base and the ball's hit over the shortstop's head, again, if the left fielder is going toward the left center field gap and he's the one that looks like he's going to get it, then go ahead, be aggressive and go to third, because he has to now spin and make that throw. If it's the center fielder, it's a little different, right? Because he's got all of his momentum coming toward third base. These are little things that you have to look for on defense, because the key to being a really good base runner and really helping your team is you have to look for all of the opportunities that the team gives you, the opposing team gives you, to take an extra base. All right, another thing you should look for, let's say we're at first base, you could be a second, you could be a third, any of these. You always want to look for the ball in the dirt, okay? Because these are always opportunities for you to possibly base. You're a player and you play for a team and your team is known as a team that will take the extra base, a team that's aggressive on the base paths. The pressure you put on that catcher now is he knows that that ball's in the dirt. He has to be in position to keep it in front of him every single time, because this is a team that's going to look to take the extra base. Another thing is, let's say we get around to third base, all right? We always want to tag an outfield, all right? Always. So what do? When that ball is hit, we go back, left foot on bag, and you want to time it as soon as that ball touches that glove, you're off and running toward home, all right? And you run toward the home with the mentality of running hard through home plate, okay? Hard through, because you don't know if there's going to be a play at the plate, and you want to have enough momentum and enough aggression, okay, and enough power that if for some reason there is some type of collision at home, that you have all your force to meet the force of the catcher. Because trust me, catchers are taught to be ready for that force, and they will be ready for you. And I've seen guys come up with hurt ankles, things of that nature, because they really didn't go into home plate, strong. Again, as a base runner, you're always looking for opportunities to get the extra base. You want to hustle every single time. Every time you hit that ball, if you hit a ball into the outfield, what was considered a routine single, you want to round first base as if you're going for a double. Because if he bobbles it at all, you just might be able to make it to second. And now you're in scoring position. You always want to take away all of the little advantages that you can gain. All of the best teams do it. We did it with the Braves. We did it with the Indians. We did it with the Yankees. And we also did it with the A's. Look for opportunities to take the extra base and put your team in better positions to score. And you will definitely be a much, much better ball club. And you yourself will be a better base runner. Hey, signing off for now with my Tuesday tips, David Justice. See you next time.